Good morning, Kit Moffit, Operations Section Chief here on the west zone of the Cedar Creek Fire for your operational briefing Wednesday, September 28th. We'll start off here in Division X-ray, the portion of the fire that's closest to Oak Ridge. That's been our priority area of work since we've been here. The Northwest Team 9 has had command of this incident since Monday morning, and we've taken advantage of the last couple of days of warm, dry weather to put some more fire in here along this holding feature in Division X-ray. And what that's doing for us is allowing us to secure that line and reduce the probability that this fire will impact all the values out here in Oak Ridge and High Prairie and West Fir and all the residents that live out in this area. So that's been our priority work. And yesterday was the end of our kind of warm, dry spell that was going to help us to get fire established on this control feature and remove those fuels along that feature. And today we'll be going in there and patrolling that area and making sure that if there's any cleanup that we need to do in there, that gets done. And we were heavily staffed in there today to keep an eye on that. So we're really happy about the progress we made in there yesterday, basically securing, tying this all together along that line. There are some areas where we didn't get the fuel consumption we would like to see, but given the time of year and the conditions that we had yesterday, we're very happy with the results. I'll move down here a little bit into Division Whiskey to the south. Again, really good success yesterday pulling that down towards that railroad corridor and to our control feature down there. We expect that we're going to continue to have firefighters in that area, patrolling that area for the foreseeable future, but we do not expect that the fire will impact that railroad corridor or the Highway 58 corridor directly in the near future. We will continue to see smoke impacts to the highway. Moving down to the southeast here into Division Tango, we're calling this the eyebrow. It's that piece in Eagle Creek, and that thing has moved down that south aspect kind of close to the riparian area of Eagle Creek, and it has been parked there for at least a week or a little bit more. So we have chosen to keep an eye on that and not bring that out to the containment line. There's a risk decision there about trying to get a good burn on that north-facing aspect where our containment feature is, and we've been really happy with what we saw there on the last 2 days of hot, dry weather, and that thing not moving at all and not needing any action from us. Continuing to the east in Division Tango, we continue to keep an eye on this stuff out in the wilderness to the northeast of Fuji Mountain. That's a really tough piece of ground. Can't put firefighters on the ground out there, and we don't like our options out here, or the control feature options are not high probability of success, but it's a very low probability that they'll be impacted. So what we're doing is we're keeping an eye on that. And the day before yesterday, we did run bucket ships on that little bit of heat that's up in this northeast corner of Fuji Mountain, and we'll continue to do that. We'll continue to keep an eye on it and order that heavy helicopter with buckets to keep that thing parked. Coming around on the west side of the fire, Division Yankee, it continues to be really quiet out there. This is all really secure in this whole west side and northwest side of the fire. One thing that's going on up in Division Yankee today is there's been a few firefighters that have and resource advisors that have needed to access the Huckleberry Mountain Lookout. We also have a communications repeater up there. So we've had that road cut out, but it's a really dangerous place to be. So we're closing that off today with a little bit of wind in the forecast, even for firefighters. So like all the interior roads on this fire, they've been heavily impacted, and there's a lot of snag hazard. And just being in those areas is really dangerous right now. So even for the firefighters, we're closing that off today. Coming around the north side of the fire into Division Alpha, we had a big daylighting operation up there on the 19 road, and that's all done. We really like what we're seeing up there and continue to clean up. We do have a big pile of slash out at the end of the 1958 road that we've been working on. We'll continue to do that today. We've got a processor up there today and moving a chipper in that area to chip some of the slash, the leftover from processing those logs. That covers it for the west zone of the Cedar Fire. Thank you.